Hello everybody. In today's episodes we're going to be diving into the magical realm of the five elements in Chinese energetic medicine systems. And these five elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. They're basically like a secret code within your body, and we kind of carry each element in a certain way, but some people have dominant elements in their constitution. So we're going to be discussing how you can get a little bit more aware of these elements in nature, in emotions, seasons, and so on. I'm also going to be sharing some practical tips to balance some of these elements out. So grab your notebook and pen and let's discuss these elements. And let's go through them in an very easy peasy way for you to understand them. So get cozy and let's begin. Fire. And fire is creative awareness and expression. Fire is your heart. Fire in your heart. Fire is about learning and evolving. It's about our ability to communicate, to make connections, to develop our true identity. And it's the summertime because fire, heat, summer. It is about the warmth in the person's life, like what warms up the person's life. The color is obviously red because it's fire. We hear when somebody has a lot of fire in their constitution, you hear like almost like a laughing or like excessive joy in their voice. There's like the person that like, it almost seems like too happy to be true. That's that fire type person. And the emotion is obviously joy. Overjoy can affect the dominant organs, which is the heart. So just know joy can also affect the heart. The planet associated with fire is going to be Mars. We see Mars as the planet of war, but it is actually also the planet of drive, passion, desire. It governs the energy of ambition. So it's like the starter. That's why Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, because it's fire, right? It's like that Mars energy, ready to rumble. It also gives you the courage to pursue your goals as well. Like we talked about wood, you need some wood to pursue your fire, which is yourself, your true identity. The fire element people are gonna be the shape of a triangle. So they're gonna have pointy heads, pointy chins, pointy noses. They're just gonna be very pointy. And their hair is usually very thin. They have long fingers as well, but very thin, long fingers. These people tend to have more of a narrow head and like bigger bodies, but so it kind of goes like in a triangle to the waist, and then from the waist down. So like skinny legs, but like a bigger waist than they have. They also have like smaller hands and feet. Even though they can be tall, they can have smaller hands and feet. And their complexion tends to be a little bit more in the reddish side. So you'll see a little bit more reddish. And when they get angry, that red pops up in the neck, in the face, and everywhere. The dominant trait for fire is circulation, because the heart controls the circulation in our bodies. It pumps the blood to circulate through the body. So the dominant feature for the fire people is the circulation. They can have great circulation or poor circulation depending on if they're balanced or not. When they walk in a hurry, and this is the only element that has 4 organs that relate to it. It's going to be heart, the pericardium, which is the sac that protects the heart. Sanjiao, which is the triple burner, is what connects the upper burner, the lungs, the heart, and the middle burner and the lower burner. So it's the triple burner deals with fluid metabolism. And small intestine. Small intestine is how we get our nutrients, but it's also how we can separate the clear from the unclear. So this is kind of what gives you the fire. It's like, you know, you boil the water so you can actually drink it. Somebody with a healthy, balanced fire element is going to be somebody that is very trusting, that is open-minded, almost like very like socially aware, and it is not concerned with what other people have. They're gonna be very trusting in themselves. They can love themselves and love others, so they have no problem loving others. They're usually calm, peaceful, and very fun people. They're the people that are very true to themselves and very authentic to themselves, and they're very fun to be around. The life of the party, the fire of the party. Fire energy comes from love, so through the heart. The unbalanced aspect of yin. The yin person is gonna be depressed, lack of interest in life. They're gonna be kind of isolated, harder to make connections with. They are gonna feel unlovable or unloved. Even though they could be very loved, they might feel like they're not loved. These people need to practice to engage with others, practice to be in a community, and to be open-minded. They also need to work on personal enjoyment, so doing things that they really enjoy and that awaken their affections, right? And to like work on intimacy. Definitely need to work on expressing their needs and wants. They just need to work on that, all right? The young fire person is gonna be someone that is gonna be very arrogant, ignorant, and a little bit of trouble. This person can be a little restless and excitable. So these are gonna be the people that are gonna want to, like, you know, in the party do crazy stuff, and they don't care about the risk of the crazy stuff that they do. So they're gonna be over exaggerated. They're gonna display careless behavior. You're gonna be worried for this person. Are they gonna jump off the roof, kind of thing? You know, those are the kind of people that are gonna be more young fire. They tend to be overconfident, irresponsible. They're almost like have some sort of mania that exhausts them at the end of the road. Like they end up being extremely exhausted or addicted to stuff like substances that makes them feel that aspect that they have always been, because they get burned out. Obviously nobody can burn their fire so much. So these people need to work on slowing down, balancing the feelings of love and self-love and humility as well. Like if you're so overconfident, gotta tone it down. Like, you're not perfect and you will make mistakes, just letting you know. Work on their compassions to others and themselves. So to balance this fire element out, you're gonna want to add cooling foods like cucumbers and melons. You want to avoid spicy or too hot foods, because these are gonna be firing your fire. So you want to make sure that you cool yourself down if this is something that is imbalanced. You don't want to overexert yourself in heat situations. There's a person that I know actually that works outside, and they're this kind of like, and I'm like, you have so much fire within you, but then you get burned out, and then, like, you know, you start hurting all over the place, and your physical body can't catch up to the amount of fire that you're burning. So you have too much heat inside. So gotta slow down, stop overexerting yourself in heat. You gotta also practice stillness and surrender. So meditation will be a great tool. Walks in the park, in nature, things that is gonna make you slow down a bit. And the most important task is compassion. Compassion is the most important task for these fire people, because fire is generating the next element, which we're gonna talk about next. Fire, once you burn out the pit, what is left is ashes. And what does ashes do? They nourish the earth. They nourish the earth, and they're gonna help the next element, which is earth. So this is how fire contributes to the generating cycle of the elements.